Okay, guys. So today I'm going to read you a little bit out of this book by Shirley Climo called Monkey Business. These are stories from around the world, illustrated by Eric Brooks. The story I'm going to read doesn't have an illustration in it, really, just a little piece of one. But I'm going to read you the little blurb about this book, so you kind of have an idea of what you're reading. It starts with a quote at the top and a little picture, and it says, "The monkey does not put its paw into the jaguar's mouth twice." So it's a little saying. And then it says, "This fascinating collection of stories and facts about the monkeys in Africa, the Americas, and Asia will answer all the monkey questions you never knew you had. Why is the end of a spider monkey's tail hairless? If someone is a monkey dodger, what does he do? Are monkeys left-handed or right-handed?" With striking full-color illustrations throughout, this book is more fun than a barrel of monkeys. And I thought this would be a neat book to read because we've been talking about community, right? We've been talking about different things that are the same all around the world, and different things that are, things that are different. And these are monkey stories. And although the stories are different, we might see some things that are the same, and we might see some things that are different in these stories. So I'm going to try to read you a few of these stories. I'm just going to read you one this morning. But this is a story called The Monkey Keeper, and it's a Chinese parable. A parable usually means a short story that tells a lesson. Have you ever heard the word parable before? I'm going to write it for you so that you can see what it looks like. I'll write it right up here on our person. It's called parable. Parable. So if somebody asks you about a parable, or if you hear the word parable, it's a short story that teaches a lesson. Okay, so you want to listen for the lesson in here. And it starts with a quote. It says, "It's not just what you do, but how you do it." And that was by Li Zai, or Li Ji maybe, who was somebody in 4th century AD China. The 4th century AD, that's like in the year 300. Okay, so that's a long time ago, like 1700 years ago, that this person said this. It's not just what you do, but how you do it. So you can think a little bit about what that might mean as we're going through the story. Okay? It's not a long story. Alright? So just listen. "In the land of Sung, there once was a monkey keeper in charge of 10 especially handsome monkeys. He loved them like his own children. Each day he gave each monkey 8 plump chestnuts. But one year, after a season of bad weather and bad luck, the keeper ran short of chestnuts. 'I am sorry,' he told his monkeys, 'but now I can give each of you only 3 nuts in the morning and 4 in the afternoon.' Hearing that, the monkeys hissed and howled. They shook the bars of their bamboo enclosure, or their cage, barred their teeth, and threw their food bowl at the monkey keeper. Terrified, he ran and hid. But when the monkeys saw him again the next day, the man was smiling. 'Forgive me,' their keeper said, 'I was mistaken. I can give you 4 chestnuts in the morning, as always, and then you each shall get 3 more every afternoon.' 'Ah!' exclaimed the monkeys. They grinned at one another, pleased with their keeper once more." And that's that story. Okay, so it started out that he could give them 8, but then he ran short, and he didn't give them very many. And so, in the very end of the story, even though they didn't get as many as they had before, they were still pretty happy, because he took more away than he actually needed to. So they thought they were getting a reward, even though they didn't have as many as they had to begin with. And then there's a little piece on the next page called Monkey Sign Language. And I just thought you might like to hear this, because I know you guys have some sign language coming up. So I'm going to read this to you. Monkey Sign Language. "If a monkey's lucky, it may live for 25 years. But there are 3 special Japanese macaw monkeys who have been around for at least a millennium, which is 2,000 years, and are still going strong. You'll probably recognize this trio of monkeys, for they're often pictured on postcards or printed on t-shirts. Sometimes they decorate paperweights or bookends. Each monkey has a Japanese name, but we know them best as the 3 wise monkeys. Their advice about getting along with others is understood everywhere, for they speak sign language with their hands." Okay, and there's 3 monkeys. So, Kikazaru covers his ears with his hands so he won't hear something he shouldn't. His message is hear no evil. Then there's a monkey called Iwazaru. He claps his hands over his mouth so he won't say the wrong thing. His message is speak no evil. And then Mizaru holds his hands over his eyes so he won't see anything bad. His message is see no evil. The saying about the monkey's wisdom and how they shared it most likely originated in China and was brought to Japan by Buddhist monks more than 1,000 years ago. Since the three monkeys were thought to watch over other voyagers too, their likeness was chiseled on stone markers along country roads in Japan. Even today, some travelers stop and rub the monkeys for good luck and a safe journey. Above the stable of the sacred horse in Nikko, Japan, is the most famous carving of the three monkeys. For 350 years, the three wise monkeys have welcomed visitors to the shrine with their special sign language. Okay, so today we talked about two monkey stories, one in China and one from Japan. Okay, and both have interesting things to teach. And that's what a parable is, a short story that can teach you something. Okay, so I kind of want you to think about this as we talk about, different things that are happening around the world. Okay, different things that we're learning about. And that's out of the book called Monkey Business by Shirley Klimo.